Hey guys, welcome to the channel. As you see in the thumbnail, what if Issei sees his father get killed and met Draig at young age infuse? Before I start, please do support for more awesome content, and subscribe my channel and like this video. Go support and follow the Muramesa02 for writing that awesome fanfic, and also make sure to comment on this story. Link in the description. Issei Hayato was going shopping with his mother and father. After a few minutes he would wander around the place and get lost. Who hasn't gotten lost in a store as a kid? He would try to find his parents but would run into a man with dark hair. Issei, I'm sorry sir, I wasn't watching, I was going. The man didn't respond and continues to walk away and would look back at Issei with a weird look in his eye. Issei would then say, Issei, what was that all about? Was he angry at me for bumping into him? Issei decided to dwell on that later and tried to find his parents, and he did after a while, but what they didn't notice was that there were people following them. They finally get back to the house and his mom would ask, Mickey, could you help me put the groceries in the fridge? I see. Issei, sure mom. Suddenly an explosion would disrupt their continued conversation, and they would see people with black wings and some type of spears of light. Hand over that boy, human. Mickey would then say, Mickey, who are you and what do you want with my son? His father Goro Hayato would also add on, Goro leaves us alone. The man didn't have enough patience, and would simply raise a gun to his father's head and shot him. Issei Deawad, the man would ask again, Man, give us the boy and I will let you live. Mickey responds, No. I want you killed my husband and now your Makiji demands. The man would then raise his gun again. Issei, no. Don't you do it, I'll kill you, you bastard, if you pull that trigger. Man, shut that boy up. The other man would go up to Issei and would get ready to strike him down, but a voice would be heard. Do you want to save your mother? Issei would look around. Do you want to save her or not? Issei would immediately respond and say, Issei, yes, give me the power to protect my mom, I beg of you, I'll pay whatever price. Then so shall it be. My name is Draig, the Red Dragon of Domianshan. A flash of flames would surround Issei, and you could see a red dragon standing over. Draig, the price will be your soul, you will now be a full-blooded dragon. Are you ready? Issei, let's go, this I'll make those bastards pay. Within the real world a flash of flames would surround Issei, and he would let a dragon roar that disorientates his attackers. Man, damn it, we're too late, hurry up and leave, I'll finish his mother off. Issei/Draig, no you won't. You will die here and now. Issei would suck in a large portion of flames and yell out, Issei Welsh Dragon Roar. A surge of flames and lightning would completely annihilate the man, and Issei would pass out with his mom calling out to him, Draig, this kid will be my strongest host yet. Now that he is a full dragon he will have potential even I can't measure. The supernatural world is now in disarray once again. The angels kept a system that keeps track of sacred gear users, but the boosted gear is missing. Michael, what happened to the boosted gear? Gabriel. Gabriel would respond, Gabriel, the boosted gear is gone, brother. Michael, how? This shouldn't happen, this means that. Gabriel would then reply, Gabriel, yes, it's as we feared. The Crimson Dragon of Domination is free from his prison. Michael, we must warn the others about this. Contact Azazel and the Satans immediately. Gabriel in her mind, Gabriel, I wonder who could have set him free. Gabriel disappears in a flash of light with Azazel. Azazel was signing some papers about the upcoming peace treaty, but before he could do that he got a message from his sister Gabriel. Azazel, what is it? Gabriel, you to give in to your desires. Gabriel, in your dreams. But that is not important, there is something you need to know. Azazel, oh, what is it? Gabriel, Draig is free from his prison and is on the loose again. Azazel would spit out his coffee. Azazel, impossible. Dad sealed him away. How is he free? Gabriel, I don't know how, but he is free and we need to find him quickly. I need to visit someone. Azazel would immediately know who she was talking about. Azazel, you need to let him go. He's dead. You need to move on. ISS. Gabriel, shut up. Don't you dare say his name when in my presence. Do you understand? Gabriel wings would flicker black to white, and she looked pissed. Azazel, okay. I'm sorry, that was inexcusable for me to bring up. But you know that if you hold on to this feeling of rage you will fall, and that will cause more problems in the Heaven faction. Gabriel, it's just that kid when though he was a human, his smile, his laugh were the only things keeping me in check, and now he's gone. Gabriel would look away and whisper to herself, Issei, why did you have to die? Gabriel thought that Issei died in a fire when he was 7 years old, and she couldn't kill the person responsible since she didn't know who did it. But little did she know he wasn't dead, and he certainly wasn't human anymore. With the Satans, the great Satans were at the meeting table, taking about the upcoming pest treaty, and suddenly Gabriel appeared in front of them. Sirzex, hey Gabriel, what a surprise, how's things up in heaven? Seraphal, what do you want? Want to fight me or something? Gabriel, I did not come here to talk to you, Seraphal, only to share some TG that's happened. And as for fighting you lost badly when you tried to fight me, and that won't change. Sarah Fall would tched and look away. It was true, Gabriel and her fought once and Gabriel completely destroyed her, but she still hates her. Why, you ask? It's because she acts so innocent, so kind. But what she saw in their fight was completely different. Ajuka, well, what is it you want to talk about? Gabriel, Draig is free and is now soaring the skies once more. The Satans were shocked. Albion, how wasn't he sealed away? Gabriel, I don't know, it seems he has a new body and is now recovering his strength he lost while in the sacred gear. Surzex, we need to find him now and see if he can be reasoned with. Seraphal, but where could he be? With Issei and Draig. After becoming a dragon in human form, Draig told him it was time to learn how to control his new power, and they went to the highest mountain in order to train, and that's what they were doing. He also told him the supernatural world will try to make him his slave, in which Issei said hell no to that. Draig, so you made a new technique, what is it? Issei, I call it dominate. I can take the power of a person's sacred gear for 0 minutes. Draig would be impressed, that could be useful. Draig, very good, let's continue with your training. Your body is still going under the process of becoming a dragon even if you are almost done with it. Issei, then let's continue, shall we? Draig, indeed, it's time to show the world that the Crimson Dragon of Domination. Issei/Draig is back. Issei would train for the past years. He is now at the Evil Dragon class, but on his way here he met a girls named Lulu, Atego, Kyoka, Chisato Hasegawa. These girls would tag along the journey until he had to tell them he has to go train and being around him is dangerous, but they seemingly didn't care. And so he didn't bother with it anymore but told them stay at the space he was occupying. When he was training he would see a giant red dragon. Issei, whoa. That dragon looks cool and I bet he is powerful. Great Red would seemingly acknowledge his presence with a snort through his nose and says, great, of course I am, I'm a dragon. Issei would be shocked. He can talk also. But so can Draig, so he shouldn't be surprised. Issei, wow. I bet you're crazy strong. Are you? Great Red, the strongest. Wait, Draig, is that you? Draig would respond. Draig, hey Great Red, shows it's been a long time, hasn't it? Great Red, you bet it has. So you're finally out of that prison. So I assume this kid is you, Inhuman from, correct? Draig would respond. Draig, he is me and I am him. We share power and body, and he is finally done with the process of becoming a dragon like you and me. Great Red, hey kid, what is your name? Issei, my name is Issei. Hi to Great Red. Great Red, and what type of dragon do you want to become? Issei, I wish to be powerful to protect what I hold dearly. I will not be shackled by anybody. Not those devils or angels, because the dragon that I want to become is the most badass but the most freedom. To do whatever the hell I want. Great Red would be consumed by laughter. This kid is a true dragon worthy of the title Crimson Dragon of Domination. Great Red, I like it. You Issei Hayadu, I acknowledge you to be a true dragon worthy to see the skies once more, and I will give you a little bit of my power to become the dragon you want to be. Great Red would shoot a tiny ball of red energy which sinks into Issei, and he would feel the power surge into his very core. Issei would let out a roar that shook the world. All the supernatural would hear and the sky bathed in crimson light. Issei roar. Everywhere around the world would hear this roar of domination. With the angels, devils, other supernatural beings. Surzex, so it's true, Draig is back. Seraphal, oh dear, what do we do now? Michael, we pray he doesn't come after us. 9. You'll also like. No stories available. Ophis would look up and say, Ophis, so you are back, Draig. Things just got a little more interesting. Albion, are you done hiding from them? Are you ready to see the skies again? Vala would shake in excitement. It was finally that time. Albion, so you're back from your prison, Draig. I guess it's time for me to return too. Vala, time to become a true dragon like your rival. Vala would let out a smile and she would say, Vala, finally. No need to hide anymore from the supernatural. She also lets out a draconic roar and is making blue lightning which makes the supernatural world quake more. And yep, Vala is female and is a part of the harem BTW. She is not locked up by Azazel. Her mother sent her to a safe location before passing away. Michael, no. How is this possible? How did Albion break out as well? Ajuka, Draig was bad enough, but Albion is back in the skies as well. Surzex, I have a feeling that they're even stronger. Once the energy dies down, their forms are now revealed. They look a whole lot different. Issei would train for the past years. He is now at the Evil Dragon class, but on his way here he met a girls named Lulu, Atego, Kyoka, Chisato Hasegawa. These girls would tag along the journey until he had to tell them he has to go train and being around him is dangerous, but they seemingly didn't care. And so he didn't bother with it anymore but told them stay at the space he was occupying. When he was training he would see a giant red dragon. Issei, whoa. That dragon looks cool and I bet he is powerful. Great Red would seemingly acknowledge his presence with a snort through his nose and says, Great, of course I am, I'm a dragon. Issei would be shocked. He can talk also. But so can Draig, so he shouldn't be surprised. Issei, wow. I bet you're crazy strong. Are you, Great Red, the strongest? Wait, Draig, is that you? Draig would respond. Draig, hey Great Red, shows it's been a long time, hasn't it? Great Red, you bet it has. So you're finally out of that prison. So I assume this kid is you, Inhuman, from correct? Draig would respond. Draig, he is me and I am him. We share power and body, and he is finally done with the process of becoming a dragon like you and me. Great Red, hey kid, what is your name? Issei, my name is Issei. Hi to Great Red. Great Red, and what type of dragon do you want to become? Issei, I wish to be powerful to protect what I hold dearly. I will not be shackled by anybody. Not those devils or angels, because the dragon that I want to become is the most badass but the most freedom. To do whatever the hell I want. Great Red would be consumed by laughter. This kid is a true dragon worthy of the title Crimson Dragon of Domination. Great Red, I like it. You Issei Hayadu, I acknowledge you to be a true dragon worthy to see the skies once more, and I will give you a little bit of my power to become the dragon you want to be. Great Red would shoot a tiny ball of red energy which sinks into Issei, and he would feel the power surge into his very core. Issei would let out a roar that shook the world. All the supernatural would hear, and the sky bathed in crimson light. Issei roar. Everywhere around the world would hear this roar of domination. With the angels, devils, other supernatural beings. Sirzek, so it's true, Draig is back. Seraphal, oh dear, what do we do now? Michael, we pray he doesn't come after us. Ophis would look up and say, Ophis, so you are back, Draig. Things just got a little more interesting. Albion, are you done hiding from them? Are you ready to see the skies again? Vala would shake in excitement. It was finally that time. Albion, so you're back from your prison, Draig. I guess it's time for me to return too. Vala, time to become a true dragon like your rival. Vala would let out a smile and she would say, Vala, finally. No need to hide anymore from the supernatural. She also lets out a draconic roar and is making blue lightning which makes the supernatural world quake more. And yep, Vala is female and is a part of the harem BTW. She is not locked up by Azazel. Her mother sent her to a safe location before passing away. Michael, no. How is this possible? How did Albion break out as well? Ajuka, Draig was bad enough, but Albion is back in the skies as well. Sirzek, I have a feeling that they're even stronger. Once the energy dies down, their forms are now revealed. They look a whole lot different. Issei, I can't believe I have to go to school. Mia Dragon. Kyoka, I know school is boring, but hey, it might be something new this time. Lulu, there's nothing new about school and you know it. Kyoka, I can dream, right? Issei, you can dream, but make sure it's attainable, and school being new is not. Atego, luckily I don't have to go since I graduated. Lulu, you think you cool, don't you? Atego, I don't think I'm cool, I know I am. Issei, well, let's go. Lulu. Kyoka, Issei, Kyoka. Lulu would then arrive at Ko Academy and the guys would look at the two girls with lust in their eyes, but Issei shut that down by just looking at them and they would all turn away. Issei, they were just looking at you girls like a piece of meat. Lulu, we could have taken them easily and you know that. Issei, I know, it's just that you girls are my mates. They don't fuck with the dragon's mate and think they get away with it. Kyoka, era. Issei feels threatened. Issei would look at her and say, Issei, no, I do not. You both know how dominate my competition. You experienced my dominance last night. Lulu and Kyoka would blush hard at that. Lulu, shut up, no one needs to know that. Issei, yes they do. You are my mates and I love doing what I love. Issei would look at the reader and say, Issei, you know what I'm saying. Lulu, who are you talking to? Issei would respond, Issei, oh nothing, let's go, shall we? Draig would talk to Issei and say, Draig, Issei, there are devils in this area. Issei, is that right? I assume they know him here then. Draig, no, not yet, but keep your aura in check. They will try to pursue if they find out you the me in human form. Issei, they can try but they won't soothe. Anyway, how's Saji Dragon Tribulation coming along? Rita also is free from his prison after collecting his power from across the world. They managed to eke the black dragon up and thank them. Draig, it's coming along swimmingly. He should be done in a few weeks. Issei, good, now that the dragons are come back, we will thrive and show the world that we are back in business. Issei and his girlfriends would step into the school and would go to the class they were assigned to. After they introduced themselves and finished their classes for the day, they started to return home after changing back to their favorite clothes. But a woman would appear in front of them. Yuma, are you Issei? Issei, yes I am. Who are you? The girl would respond and say, Yuma, my name is Yuma Amano, and can you go out? Issei, cut the shit, Fallen, you really think I'm stupid and that's not your real name is? Yuma would pop out her wings and say, Yuma, my name is Rainer, but enough about that, it's time to die for my lord's sake. Lulu would appear right in front of her and summon her sword. She would quickly cut off her wings, making Rainier scream out in pain, and kick her into the fountain. She would summon her sacred gear Emperor's Eye. Lulu would ask, Lulu, who sent you after us? Rainier would respond immediately, Rainier, Kokabeel. Lulu, why did he send you to kill us? Rainier, because he believed you three to be too powerful. Lulu, he was right, now die. Rainier would do as she was commanded and slit her own throat open. Issei, nice work Lulu. Now that we have some information, we should keep an eye out for this Kokabeel. Kyoka, yeah, but right now we should head home. Issei, indeed we're going to have to prepare for these sudden attacks. Kiana and Shiroka should be back by now with more info. Meguru is home by now also. They then teleport back home. Issei would head home after returning from the store, and would see his Meguru, his other mate, and also a practitioner of Lava Dragon Slayer magic, sitting at the large pool wearing a swimsuit. Meguru would turn around to see her beloved husband, and she would ask in a seductive tone, Meguru, Issei, were you checking me out? Issei would teleport in front of her and give her on the lips and smack her butt and would say, Issei, you already know the answer to that. How have you been? Meguru, I'm doing great. Ever since we bought this house with the training facility, I've been to harness my Dragon Slayer magic. Issei, that's great. Keep it up and you'll be as strong as me. Meguru would get extremely excited and would say, Meguru, you really think so? Issei would respond with, Issei, babe, I know you can. Meguru would give Issei a passionate on the lips and would hug him tightly. Meguru, I love you Issei. Issei, I love you too. Issei would look at the clock and would see it was time for him to go to school. Issei, alright, I'll see you later. He would give her another and would start to leave for school. Lulu and Kyoka decided to do their classes online, and Issei would say that online classes suck, but Lulu said class sucks in general, which they all would agree. Issei would finally arrive at the school and he would see two girls, one with red hair and blue eyes and one with black hair and purple eyes. Their names were Rias Gremery and Sona Citri. Rias, Issei Hayado, it's a pleasure to meet you. Issei sad-faced, they're devils, I can tell by the sheer greed coming off their auras. Issei, and you too are. Rias would respond. Issei, my name is Rias Gremery. Sona, and my name is Sona Citri. Issei would ask. Issei, so what do you want with me? Rias, we need to see you after class, come to the ORC. Issei, they most likely want to know who I really am. Issei, fine, I'll be there. In the Occult Research Club. Issei, I'm here, what is it you want? Rias, first things first, who are you? Issei, my name is Issei Hayado, you should know that. Sona, we mean what are you? Issei, fine, I'll tell. They both would lean in with interest. Issei, I'm the Red Dragon Emperor. Rias and Sona would be shocked by this information. Sona, so you're the Red Dragon Emperor? She would ask the question in a scared tone. Issei would let out a vicious smile and his dragon teeth would show for them to see. Issei, now that have your answer, I'm going to tell you this no. Issei would lean in and whisper in their ears and say, Issei, if you devils harm any of my family or specifically my mother, I'm going to tell you this now. His eyes would turn green and an image of Red Dragon would appear. Issei, I'll turn your whole damn faction to ashes. Do I make myself clear? Rias and Sona would shake like scared child and they couldn't answer. Issei, I said do I make myself clear? Rias and Sona would finally answer. Sona/Rias. Why, yes we do. Issei would pull back his aura and say, Issei, good, and I know your siblings felt my aura and demand to know what happened, and you'll tell him that I'm not one to be ed with. Understand? They would both nod in an instant, and Issei flashes in crimson flames, and just like he said, their siblings appeared. Serzex/Seraphal. What happened? Are you all right? They could answer, and they dropped to their knees and just started to cry. After a few moments of crying, they would say these chilling words. Rias/Sona. The Red Dragon Emperor was here. Seraphal and Serzex would be shocked. Seraphal. We need to find him and fast. Serzex. He could be loose cannon, he's a problem that need to be dealt with. Issei would hear this and would say these words that would chill the super devil to his core. Issei, Red Dragon of Domination is back. Serzex and Seraphal would try to find Issei but to no avail. They would both teleport back to the underworld and see the other two Satans. Issei and his friends have built a faction in the past year. They called it the Avalon faction. It was a place where dragons and all type of mythical creatures in harmony, even humans, yokai, they would be talking, drinking, you name it, they would all in peace and enjoying themselves. Issei with the help of Kiana and Mei. They made the schematics for the kingdom, and honestly all three of them were shocked by how beautiful it looked. Thanks to them being godlike beings, it was built quite fast. Issei, this place is beautiful, you built this in a month, you both are awesome. They both blush at the compliments and look away from him. The Herisher of the Void and Lightning were always suckers for Issei's compliments. Issei, Alright, what is going on around the world? May, there's been some movement in Ko by the fallen angels, but none of our concern. Kiana would then continue the report. Kiana, it also seems that the Gremry heiress is getting married. Issei would look surprised and would raise an eyebrow. Issei, really, that's interesting. What about their siblings? They're still looking for me. You'll also like. No stories available. May, yeah, they seem to want your presence, and why you threaten the little sisters of the two famous, but by how many of those devils and fallen keep trying to barge in our kingdom, trying to steal stuff. I'm going to assume you don't want anything to do with them. Issei, I told them leave me and my family alone, and they seemingly don't listen. Perhaps I should show them why a dragon is the most dangerous when provoked. How's Ophis doing? Kiana, she's doing well, but apparently she had your DNA and made a child. Kiana and May would get a little angry after hearing that Ophis made a child from Issei. Issei would see their anger with the situation, he says. Issei, you do know that I would children with you both too, right? Kiana and May would get a smug smile on their face. Kiana/May, we know. Issei, so you are jealous you weren't my first, is that what I'm getting at? May/Kiana, we shall neither accept nor deny those claims. The doors would open and he would see the new and improved Saji. He finished his dragon tribulation, and would look a hell of a lot different than what looked like. Issei, Saji, how you feeling? Saji would respond with a smile and say, Saji, feeling good, thanks for helping me complete the dragon tribulation, I really appreciate it. Issei, there's no need to thank me, Saji. If I didn't help you, those devils would have snatched you up, and I couldn't let a fellow dragon be shackled by them. Saji would be thankful for his help, and would go back to training his poison dragon magic and dark dragon magic Magoff. A pink-haired girl named Yae Sakura would come in wearing her dark bold Jonin outfit. Sakura, Issei, it's been so long since I've seen you. Issei, so your mission was success, great work, Sakura, and you seen me last night, what are you talking about? Yae Sakura would blush and say, Yae Sakura, don't say that out loud. Issei, I don't need to say it out loud because everybody heard you making those noises. Sakura's face would be completely red and would away in complete embarrassment. Issei, how's your academy going along? That place is beautiful and I visit a lot of times while you're training your students. That place to Issei was a place here he could relax his mind and make calmer decisions. I mean, if you visited place like that, it would relax you as well. And that's what her academy/home looks like. Sakura would stop stammering on her words and reply, Yay, my students are doing quite well. They really want to see you again, Issei, you're basically their idol. Issei would smile at this. While he may be a dragon in human form, he was still not an asshole when it comes to his people. Issei, and how's Fuka doing with her hand-to-hand combat classes? A gray-haired beauty with red eyes named Fu Hua would appear in front of him. Fu Hua, you called darling. Issei, yes, wait, were you here the whole time, and why are you in that form? You can't control it yet. Fu would look at him with her ruby eyes and say, Fu, for your first question, I always have been, and the answer to your second question is that I can maintain this form without going crazy for hours, but enough of that. What bothers me is that I'm angry that you did it with them and not me. Issei would start to look for the others for help, but they looked away. Issei, I know you can maintain it for that long, but I'm just worried about you. How about this? I'll take you out tonight, is that alright with you? Fu Hua would let out a seductive smile across her face and say, Fu, oh darling, you're worried about me, how sweet. And a date sounds excellent, you're not sleeping tonight, Issei. Issei, I figured you were going to say that, but you should already know one thing about me. Issei would open his eyes to reveal the draconic slit in them that would excite them all by the power radiated off of them. Issei, I'm the Crimson Dragon of Domianshan, so it will be you who will not sleep tonight. Just ask the ones in the room now. All the girls in the room would blush hard and Fu would get excited and say, Fu Hua, you Fu, we shall see, darling, I'll be waiting for you, She disappears and leaves the audience just staring at Issei, blushes on their faces, and he would see their looks and say, Issei, what all I did was make a guarantee. The girls would look at him and scream, all you baka! Issei in the past years met legends he realized that still are alive. Morgan Lefay, FGO, Artoria Pendragon, the Knights of Camelot, and Nero were all reincarnated in this world, and while on his journey he met them, there were pleasant company. He saw Morgan Lefay in her kingdom. It would seem she is a ruler of the fairies, and it was pretty cool place to hang out with. They would spend time together, and Issei made her a promise. Issei, if you need help, run your magic through this kunai, and I'll teleport and help you out. Morgan Lefay would give a small smile and said okay. After a few years after having a child, the council was getting ready to execute her child right in front of her. All she wanted is for her people to come together, and her reward was to see her child get executed. Hell no. That won't do, not on Issei's watch. She quickly used the kunai and Issei teleported in a flash of red in front of them. They poisoned all of her people who she desperately wanted to protect, and they were trying to execute her child on the Conration day. They will die simple as that. Since she's been reincarnated, this was going to be the second time she's been screwed over by these people. He won't allow such vileness to happen to Morgan again. Issei, death is too good for people like you. I will show the true meaning of despair. Issei, let the child go now. The man would respond, man, if it's to make her a true ruler, we will do what need to be done. He was cut off by his fellow council members' head rolling off the ground. Issei would continue in a calm tone that sent shivers down the man's spine as he spoke. Issei, all she wanted was to unite her people, and you want her to accept her child getting killed right in front of her. She has been trying to make her kingdom a place where all could be happy, and she is betrayed by being poisoned, almost killing her, you worthless trash. Issei summons his sword Zanku Otom, or cruel maiden. This sword has the sheer hatred and malice feeling off of it because of the legend coming from it. The legend says that there was a woman who was a wandering samurai who had a child and very loving husband, or so she though he was. But after completing her mission and was expecting to hug and her family, she would come home to a horrific sight of her loved children being hung in a tree. After seeing this, her children in disgusting act of a crime, the woman would roar out in pain and agony that the whole kingdom thought a demon descended to earth. But it was worse than that. She found out that the one who committed the atrocious act was her own husband. The man would say that they were all a means to an end and it was for the good of the country and its people. The woman would go insane, cutting down all of the villagers, and the whole kingdom would be bathed in blood. That was why when he entered the palace after seeing Morgan and her child about to execute, the sword was enraged and would kill anyone when let out of her cage. So he made a decision: if they want to execute a child, they will experience the Zanku Otom's wrath. Issei, Zanku, it's time to show them why you regard it as the most terrifying sword. You ready? The woman inside the sword would give an insane bellow of laughter and say, Zanku, hee hee ha ha, let the carnage begin. A/N. Imagine the woman looks like Unhana from Bleach. She fits that description, don't you think, after seeing her true self? Issei, then let's begin. The sword was dangerous, able to corrupt the user if the swords while the will is weaker, and will completely consume them. Issei, bathe in their blood Zanku Otom. The sword is engulfed in a dark red and purple miasma, and leaves the people trembling, and they saw an image of a woman appear above Issei. This woman had long black hair and with half-kitted eyes and a sadistic smirk, and would just look at her prey, and they would both say at the same time, Issei/Zanku, now shall we begin? Issei would speed blitz them, and the whole room was bathed in blood, and the child was kept safe, and Issei brought the child to Morgan, and she would hug her with tears going down her face. Issei, thank you Zanku, I hope you enjoyed their souls. Zanku, hee hee ha ha ha. They were delicious, thanks for the delightful feast you fulfill. Issei, no problem, bastards like them don't deserve to live. Issei would turn and see Morgan still hugging her child and would go to her, and Morgan would eventually let go of her child, and Issei initiated a hug and put a hand on her head and say, Issei, I'm sorry, I should have known you would have gone though this, I'm so sorry. Issei would be cut off by Morgan hugging him tighter while saying, Morgan, what of the point of you apologizing? You saved my child and kept your promise to me. Issei would let her cry on his shoulder while he rubbed her head. Issei, didn't I say you could count on me? When I make a promise, I will always keep it. She just cried harder, gripping him tighter. Issei, don't worry, my friend can heal all of your people, so no need to be consumed by grief. It will be alright, don't worry, I'll protect you. Morgan, thank you Issei. Thank you so much. And now Morgan can rule her own kingdom, not having to be consumed by grief of the loss of her child, and she was eternally grateful to Issei. Issei, after saving Morgan, Lefay returns home to the kingdom of Avalon, and sees his wife Valiana Lucifer with their child in her arms, goes up to them and gives them a big hug, and Valiana in the lips and Melusine on the head. Issei, I missed you both so much. Are you both doing okay? Melusine giggles happily and says, Melusine, Papa, I miss you too, we've been waiting for you all this time. Issei gives his daughter a smile and says, Issei, oh, is that so? Have you been playing with your sister Akane? Melusine, she cheats and hide and seek, but she denies it, saying, I'm just better than you, I know the truth, Papa. She is cheating. Akane is seen flying and lands in front of Melusine and says, Akane, do not be fooled by her dad, she can't handle the truth. Melusine, what truth? That you're a cheater. Akane gives her a smug look and says, Akane, no, the truth that I'm just that good and you can't find me. They would begin to fight again while Valiana and Issei would just watch. Issei, she gets that from you, Valiana. Valiana protests by yelling out, Valiana, lies and slander. I would never act like. Valiana blushes and looks away after acting just like her and looks back for a second to see Issei's smug look and would get angry. Valiana, I'm going to hurt you, Issei. Issei, why must you be such a tsundere? Valiana, it is unbecoming of a dragon. Issei senses a malicious intent coming from Valiana. Valiana, why you? Kiana, Valiana, we need to discuss about the movement within the supernatural world. Also, Issei is right, you are being tsundere. Valiana, not true. Anyway, Issei, shouldn't you be going? Issei, right, I completely forgot. I have to finish all that paperwork I missed. Office, don't worry, Saji took care of that while you were gone. Issei, holy shit, that would have been a lot of paperwork. Anyway, meet me in the throne room to talk about the movement within the supernatural world since I've been gone. They all would nod and disappear except for Office, who stayed behind, seemingly wanted to talk to him about something. Office, by the way, our kid is releasing his power unconsciously, and apparently the pressure exuded from her was so great that it alerted the other faction of her. Issei, if any of those clowns hurt any of my kids, I'll take away everything they love. Office smiles at her husband's determination to protect their child, but she will be the one to decide their fate if they dare to do something so foolish. Office, oh, you don't have to worry about that. If they even think of doing that, I'll kill them myself. Issei, while that may be true, I don't want to start a war because of my actions, so we will act only if we are provoked. Office nods her head and disappears. Headquarters. Issei, so what's been going on? May, there has been movement from the old Satan faction. It seems they have themselves a titan in their ranks. Issei, how did they get a titan? May, incompetence from Zeus. That's all I can come up with. Issei, well, it's not our concern, but if they attack our home, I'll have long talk with Zeus about that. What about the other factions? Got any news on them? Saji, apparently there is a wedding between Rias Gremory and Riser Phoenix tomorrow, but that is not our concern. Issei just sits quietly and thinks to himself. Issei, I know what I'm going to do. I'll show the devil faction my power. Office, are you sure that's safe, Issei? Issei smiles and says, Issei, yeah, besides I need a good fight every once in a while. Hey Saji. Saji, yes. Issei, since you did all that paperwork since I was gone, you can pick anything out of the treasure vault. Saji, yes. I want a new scroll for my dragon techniques. Issei, then go on ahead, I'm going to train you. All are welcome to join me. Office, speaking of fighting, Issei, Great Red wants to spar with you again. Issei, tell him when and where. But before that, Kiana, make sure that the defenses around the kingdom are up to par. Kiana, got it. Issei, I believe it's time to show those devils the power of the Crimson Dragon of Domination. To show those devils the power of the Crimson Dragon of Domination. Issei, I hope you devils are ready for me. Share. Issei, so Kiana, are you ready for our date? Kiana smiles and says, Kiana, of course I am. Issei, come on, let's get going. Issei, then let's go. They took off into the sky filled with stars hand in hand. Issei started to flirt with her, saying that Kiana is more beautiful than the angels in heaven, making her blush, and gave her on the cheek. Kiana, what do you plan to do in the future? Issei. Issei responds almost immediately. Issei, to live in peace with my family and have some kids, although I already have 2, but I can tell you want some kids as well. Kiana looks away blushing. Kiana, it would be nice to have a kid and live with them in peace. Issei, agreed. But it will be a road filled with bumps, but I will promise you I will make a future for this country where SE all can live without the fear of our family being attacked. Issei looks at the moon and continues. Issei, this kingdom is my family, but that does not mean just because they are my family does not mean if they do something foolish they won't go unpunished. Kiana, we all feel the same about this kingdom. The soldiers here would gladly die to defend it. Issei, I'm glad I met you all, and most importantly Draig, because he gave me the second chance to achieve all of this. Kiana, I'm glad I met you too. Issei, all of us are. Issei, now, I believe our date is not over. Issei Princess carried Kiana, making her blush hard, and took flight, looking over the kingdom of Avalon. All of these races coming together, hanging out all like a big happy family. This was truly heaven, and Kiana wouldn't trade it for anything. Kiana, this date has been fantastic. She hoped such a thing wouldn't be interrupted. With Kokabil. Kokabil, are the soldiers ready? Soldier, yes sir, we are ready to begin the attack. Kokabil laughs a little bit and says, Kokabil, good, proceed. Soldier, yes sir. Kokabil, now then Red Dragon, show me what you've got. With Issei and Kokabil. Issei and Kiana were AF the tallest building in the kingdom of Avalon, and Kiana decided to end this date, but not before. Kiana, I don't want this date to end. Issei, we can go on another one in the future. Just let me know when and we can do this again. Kiana, I'd like that. Kiana and Issei were getting ready to end this date with a but. Boom! Kiana and Issei look east and see an army of fallen angels seemingly trying to penetrate the defenses of Avalon. How foolish! Kiana was enraged by these fallen angels. Just when she was going to get a from her beloved, they attack and ruin this beautiful moment for her. No, that won't do. Kiana, those mongrels! How dare they ruin this moment for me? It seems they have chosen death with this stunt, so she will grab then their wish. Kiana, stay right here, Issei. I'll handle this. Issei, show them hell. Kiana, I intend to. Kiana instantly teleports in front of the fallen angel army. These winged bastards will pay for ruining her moment with Issei. Fallen, come on men, it's just one girl. He heard laughter that gave him the feeling of fear. Kiana, he ha ha ha. Kiana, he ha ha ha. Kiana, die. Portal would appear and weapons coming from them, and would tear into the fallen angel army like they were nothing. But they still have numbers, THSY can still beat her, they thought. How foolish. Fallen, fire at will. A huge barrage of light spears come flying towards Kiana and she wasn't even worried. And then, Kiana, fallen angels. Kiana, fallen angels, you have ruined my precious moment with my beloved and for that your punishment is death. She rained hell on those fallen angels. Spears of light came right back at them, killing all of them except for a few that make a squad. Just like that, the army was wiped out in an instant, while the god looked on emotionless. The last fallen looked at the god filled with fear at this display of power. Fallen's sad face. Shit! WWE have to get away from her. They can live to see another day if they escape right. Wrong. The most terrifying thing happened that stopped them in their tracks. Thanks for watching this video. You really enjoy this video. Like, subscribe, and comment down below, and turn on that bell notification. Don't forget to support and follow Muramesa02 for writing that awesome fanfic, and also make sure to comment on this story, link in the description. See you in the next video. Goodbye.